Well, go on.
He takes a deep breath and then he begins kind of pacing back and forth. It will be a long story, um, but I will start from the beginning, if that is what you want.
Please.
While he tells the story, I'm gonna have Vass look straight out the window just to keep an eye out.
You see Tessian out there rubbing his hands together, kind of jumping in the cold. That's all you see.
Can I, Cat? Would any light magic cause any warmth?
I don't think so.
Damn it! I just watch him.
It's ironic too because he's a pyromancer.
Can I cast Unseen Servant to warm him up?
I don't think Unseen Servant can warm people.
Just hug the
can
unseen
try,
Just
though.
give him
servant.
just hug him. Just get a blanket and throw it on him. I feel bad. Well, I don't feel bad. Bass feels bad.
Like that bitch.
Okay, the guy takes a moment to kind of compose himself as he keeps pacing back and forth. It happened a long time ago, maybe 50, 60 years now. When Osana first became the Umavi of this town, um, it was because she was shunned from the academy after prohibiting some forms of magic. She went as far as punishing students who were found studying it, even if they were simply reading on it from a book.
Oh
Um,
my.
Eventually, due to this, she was cast aside by her own husband. Some rumors say it was because she finally
Wait,
killed a
hold up.
student.
Hold up.
Yes.
This is out of our pea.
Yeah.
If this was 50 or 60 years ago, I was
hmm
there.
Oh!
So you would have met her. That changes a lot.
So much.
Tea.
That's why he froze so. That's why he didn't hesitate. He was like, I recognize
Well,
you.
I'm
Freeze.
assuming, hold on. I'm assuming the academy is huge, so
It is
maybe we
huge.
didn't have classes with her.
Um,
I'm just saying maybe I might not have.
Also, you probably heard the drama that happened afterwards, but you didn't hear any solid names or anything like that.
I wasn't a blood hunter back then. That's part of my backstory.
Okay.
Tease. Backstory tease. But I'm
But I
just
will
saying, if she was at the academy 50 or 60 years ago, I was there too.
I will also say Damon would have known about the punishments, but it probably wouldn't have a big effect on him because, like you said, he wasn't doing the blood magic back then.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, that's good to know. For the future. Um, what did I just say?
she that she got shunned because rumor has it that one of her punishments finally killed someone.
Oh yeah, some rumors say she killed a student. Um, my brain just died.
Man. Jump start it. Reboot it.
I messed up Chas's whole arc.
You
You're good. Um, Wanting to give her some remaining semblance of power, Headmaster Ra'an gave her authority over Nasad, made her the Umavi, just as her mother was before her. Um, she preached to the locals for the first couple of years how dark magic would be our downfall, talk of black clouds and a dark fog that would swallow Ludovance and Estatus one day.
Oh my god. The metagaming.
Many of us believed her. We grew very paranoid. It was a extremely dark time for our town. We feared for our people's future, for our children's future. Uh, Many of us set out to stop any sort of casting or studying of the dark magic she prohibited ourselves. But like always, when you take a plaything away from a child, children will rebel. The people started to cry their outrage as they were punished for studying necromancy and transmutation and other arts. But she did not waste a second as soon as civil war broke out. And he seems to he stops pacing and he swallows thickly. And he kind of takes a moment to compose himself. We, the people of Nasad, we seized everyone who even spoke of betraying the Umavi. Anyone who catered to the dark arts or questioned her ways was immediately listed as a traitor. And so we lined people up. We took them to the mountain where a chamber had been made in advance by the Umavi.
I knew it.
A chamber to contain them.
I told you guys, like, first session, I was like, we should investigate outside the town.
But we didn't have any reason to at that time. No, I believe it was like outside the town, but we didn't have anything reason to.
It was a chamber that they would never escape from. Many people died in that mountain, froze, or starved, or killed each other. And all of us who live here in Assad, we have committed a terrible crime. I think we deserve whatever is happening to us now.
I don't think you guys deserve the punishment that's happening now. It's obviously that she's a terrific manipulator. She manipulated with your emotions. Anytime anyone hears anything about the dark arts, they just assume it's bad, even though some of the dark arts has actually been used for good reasons.
What is happening to the town now?
Oh my God, Sterling! Kids are getting kidnapped, and then there's spots rotting everywhere.
They're not aware that where the spots come from? Or like...
Some of them seem to be aware because they keep talking about the cursed spot.
He might be aware. He hasn't talked about it yet.
Wait, what?
I said he might be aware. He hasn't talked about it yet.
No, I thought Sterling was actually just talking. Not like in game.
No, yeah. I'm saying, like, we don't know who knows about the cursed spot or not. Maybe the people don't know.
I'm saying some of the people have been, though. And it's probably the people who helped with the Amavi back then. Because, like, as we state, like the tavern owner stated earlier, like he moved here. Oh, wait, or was he here all his life?
Cure was here all his life, I believe.
How old is
I don't know.
he? Okay, whatever. Continue.
He seems to be finished speaking.
And then I said, like, I don't I don't truly believe it. You guys should be cursed for something that an obviously great manipulator has and all that jazz. Before Sterling said that.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have like a response to that. Kind of standing there now.
All it seems to me is that she formed a cult. It might not seem like a cult at the time, but it's essentially a cult. She manipulated with your emotions, with your beliefs.
I have a question.
In game or
Out of
meta.
game.
Okay.
Can I take a short rest while I'm lounging on this chair?
It has to be like 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, it does have to be 4 hours. So I'm gonna say no.
Like, obviously, the people who were condemned to the mountain, I could see that their anger being towards you guys, but I truly don't believe you guys should be cursed for this. Especially those who are finally, especially those who are seeing the errors of their ways.
I mean, I suppose some people can look at it that way.
But not everyone, obviously, as I like look towards the group.
I,
I don't.
yes?
Does he know about the rot?
I don't know. Maybe if you ask him.
Ask him.
I when we spoke to another one of the residents, I'm trying to remember which one. Was it New Baby? What was that old lady's name? That was half rotten when we met her. Ermak? Ermak? That was Ermak. Was she the one that was half rotting?
That was.
She's the one that was like basically I called hell. She was half rotting and
That was Nobody.
New Baby.
No
No When we were speaking to one of the people with the Milton Children's New Baby, she was talking about like how the Amavi spoke to her about rotten spots and and we also spoke to other residents that spoke like she always seems to know that the when necromancy is performed, and the only way I could think of how that is I like look towards the tower. Can I see the tower through the window?
You can.
Is that big shiny tower for no reason?
Uh, I wish I could say it was that easy. Um, the tower is a part of it, but it is also um, the spell she has on the town right now is a experimental sort of sigil of warding um, that I, and a couple other mages crafted to protect Nassad.
So you're
Um,
aware of the rot?
I am aware, yes.
Were you aware that you seem to have a little spot of it upstairs?
I expected it to appear at some point, but I didn't know exactly where.
I would look into new real estate soon.
I love it.
He just kind of nods, kind of confused, but nods. Like he's not sure what he's agreeing to.
We witness what the Rock can do. Let's just
Oh,
say some houses are not in livable conditions at this point.
The way he just accepted it and like he didn't question how I knew it was there.
I had a backup if he did question it.
um,
So is the main source of this that tower, or is there multiple sources? That big crystal in the sky, I mean.
um, he seems to just be getting over his confusion for the moment. Like there are questions popping in his head, but he's not sure how to voice them. Um, is
My
it,
companion has a very sensitive nose, if you're wondering how he knows that.
well, maybe um, he can he can help me locate it after we're done, just to be aware.
Sure he can, after we offered you our protection.
Um, and anyway, the light at the top of the tower is only a step to the sigil of warding. There are also um, sigils at the borders of town that kind of give it its um, area of where,
Effect.
yeah.
Since
Um,
you know so much about this, I wonder if you leave the range of the spell, would it still take effect?
I I was actually about to get to that. Um, Actually, if you leave town, your symptoms will go away. If
But if we come back to town,
they will return, yes. Once you're inside,
Sarah.
if you are affected by the sigil, then you will slowly die. But if you exit town, it should heal on its own.
and if we completely destroy the sigil,
Uh,
because it's affecting a lot of families right now. I don't want any more
A
death,
lot
unnecessary
of
death.
families, for real. We're walking through the streets, there's guards everywhere.
yes, only a few of us know about the sigil's capabilities, so many people will just remain and die. Um, the thing is the sigils are also connected to the Umavi herself. It's a layered spell. It's not just attached to one thing or another. She made sure to add different layers to it, so if someone tried to end it, she would be the last thing standing between them and her city.
But, hypothetically, if we were to go straight to the source and to take her out, it would end there, right?
Yes, if you killed her, the spell would end.
I
Hypothetically, of course.
I do have two questions real quick. When we were talking to that one lady, I don't want him to know that we were eavesdropping earlier. When we were talking to that one lady, new baby, she stated that the Amavi stated that if you witness or perform the necromancy spell, that's when it also starts taking a hold of you.
uh, no, that is incorrect. While the schedule is incredibly faulty, the Umavi spreads these sort of lies to scare the people. If
I was
you
gonna
witness, the necromancy, you will not be
Oh,
cursed.
so I was safe anyway.
But if you touch the
Ah!
then the curse will slowly take you, starting
Got
from usually where you touched and spreading upwards.
Gotcha.
I look at my hands.
Your hands look fine.
And my next question is the I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call her what I think she is. Is the tyrant of your town immune to her own like little sigil?
I do not know that one.
That's a good question.
I'm wondering if it would be like a paradox where she just starts rotting, but then as soon as she's about to die, it would just stop, and then she won't die, and then she just heals up, and then it just starts over again.
My. I need a vision board. Like a board, an investigation board. This is a lot to keep track of.
Hmm. It is.
I'm gonna look out the window and just check on something.
Um, it's getting pretty late now, so like the town is darkening. No one seems to be on the street. You don't see anyone left or right. Anyone's hiding in between the alleys. There's just Tassian. Now he has a little flame in his hands, standing in the cold.
That poor man. I
Can't he just
say.
warm himself up?
He does. He has a little flame in his hands.
I smile. I look out the window and I see that. And I smile knowingly.
Oh god. Okay. Like die or just leave? Um, I believe the sigil will still hold in place, but you would have to destroy the sigils themselves and the crystal at the tower.
Excuse me. Hypothetically, of course. If one were to touch the black spots, how long would it take to affect said individual?
It seemed like 24 hours when it happened to one of our companions.
Yes, it takes about, like you said, 24 hours to start, and by day 2, your hands might entirely go numb. It affects different people differently. Um, but did you touch? Did you touch it?
This was a hypothetical scenario.
Okay.
I turned to Zara. We need to hurry.
I didn't
If
touch
I
it
can't
because
use my
I thought it was
hands.
disgusting looking.
I
How
whispered
long
to
ago?
Zara. Wait, what's happening?
You can do your whisper.
I whispered to Zara. We need to hurry this up. If I can't use my hands, I can't continue my research. And if I can't continue my research, I need to hurry.
Do you mind if I ask what level is this sigil?
Uh,
That spell? Like however you would word that.
I
Or
do not know. I was
I just have to leave town. Never mind.
I was there as a I was there when the spell was being crafted, but I wasn't there when it was finished or casted.
Spell crafting. Now that's
Ye-
some high level stuff.
Well, she was, side by side with the headmaster once, so she probably extremely high level spell, yes.
Who has the map right now?
Tassian.
Yeah, she took the map.
Oh, my other question. My other question. You say the mountain has been sealed off. What could one expect to find if one were to go there?
Well, it was a sort of, um, it's not just a small space. It was a corridor that was built beneath the mountain, and we sort of built rooms and beds for the people we put in there, gave them some
For
food,
what purpose?
because some of us felt guilty, even though we knew they would die eventually. We wanted to give them maybe hope, I suppose.
So, one could assume the mountain is within the range of the spell.
No, not at all. The mountain is at least a couple miles out.
But if you took them there, and if you are not within range of the spell, it doesn't affect you. Why would they die?
From freezing or starvation, I would think.
Oh,
Okay, well, little bitches.
I'm wondering.
I should add, we not only locked people in there, we also locked books and scrolls and other things that dealt with
What?
necromancy in there as well.
So
Forbidden knowledge.
Bash is just gonna be like, hold on. You guys threw a bunch of people you assume that were interested in necromancy, and then you just gave them all the resources for them to perform necromancy.
That's a good point.
He just looks at him like dumbfounded, like,
Yes, I think the Umavi's point was just to remove it all at once, but I don't think she was thinking of any future.
because does that gate like hold off any like, oh, I don't know, like if someone just say like create a like little servant on the other side of the gate that can go out and fetch children for them.
I don't think it's possible to cast from within the mountain. The door we sealed it with is at least 10 feet in width, made of black iron, which is impossible to cast through.
That's just the door, though.
Yes, but the door is the closest thing to outside. Otherwise, you would have to cast through at least 30 feet of rock.
Unless someone decided to mine a little bit through the rock since they have so much spare time. Or
mean,
find like a little
I
weakness within the mountain.
I don't have any answers. No one has been in there, been near the mountain.
Because from what my companion Zeraphine said, a lot of the like we found drawings of like shadow figures with thorns sticking out of them, like near like mountain areas. We read journals during our investigation about shadow figure that like slowly creeps up towards the children when they're not looking at them.
Yes, this is exactly why I Basically, just before you all arrived, I was trying to convince the Umavi to investigate the mountain. But she thinks nothing could be going on, but there's no other answers. So that is the only option now.
I'd say we check out the mountain area tomorrow when there's daylight.
Well, hold on. Why don't we just kill her? Wasn't that an option?
I mean, that was my second thing. I mean, I wouldn't usually condone killing, but what she's putting her townspeople through right now, I'd say a little bit of a blimp off this planet wouldn't be too much.
So,
She seems a little powerful.
she
We
is.
can
Because
can
if
either
we kill her, everything goes back to normal, correct?
that's if we can kill her, or we could just destroy her little sigil.
But then
Be-
she'll be alive and probably continue it again.
No, I I need to correct you. Even if you destroy the sigil and the crystal, the spell will still stay because she is the center of it all.
Okay, just choke. Let's just choke her to death then.
Well, if that's the case, I might have a plan to how to get in there, and I've been thinking of it for a while now.
I asked the guy, what's his name?
His name is Hal.
Hal?
Yeah.
That's the most normal name so far. Hal.
H-A-L.
Wow.
Hal. Hypothetically, of course. How would one get into this mountain?
Um, I think the door itself is a sort of puzzle. The Umavi does hold the key to the door. I'm sure there are other ways to get inside. If you have like something that can move rock to dig your
I
way in.
whispered to Seraphine. If only Muck was here. I whispered to Seraphine. Or we could confront the Umavi. That's a good point. I whisper to, or I don't whisper, I address Hal. Hal. What was I gonna ask? Oh yeah. If we were, even if the curse was out of the way, would the necromancer be a problem?
Yes, I'm afraid it's two different sources. The Umavi holds the curse over the town, and the necromancers kidnapping children.
Oh, well, then it's simple. We have the necromancer. He has the kids have parents, I need them, and I get my reward.
We have no leads on the necromancer.
Shit.
Um, Not that I can think of. No, like super prominent mages. I I will admit it was a lot of young uh elves who were very rebellious towards being prohibited. Um, Even some children were taken at the time.
I have another question.
Yes.
What was it? Like 30 years ago? Was it 30 years ago?
50.
50 years ago. The betrayal.
Which betrayal?
Luna.
Oh, the Executor's
Luna.
betrayal? Which. There's multiple betrayals. Oh, that was 10 years ago.
10 years ago. What can you tell us about the betrayal?
A betrayal 10 years ago? He looks a little confused.
Luna, you're the one with the notes.
Can I ask who betrayed who?
You know, the one and the other one.
The
I
Executioner's betrayal.
Is that
he
the book?
seems to take a moment and he kind of like looks around as he's thinking really hard about this. I I believe the Executor's betrayal happened on Soltis, not on Dunamance. So I don't really have any um useful information on that. I don't
Cut
really
to
know what
the other
happened.
party. Cut to the other party. uh, I'm sorry, I may have zoned out or something. What was the significance of the mountain? Like, who did they take there?
They
Practicing necromancy or like even read about it.
Yeah, so what happened to lay it out is the Umavi became head of Nasad, the town, and she outlawed necromancy and other sorts of dark arts. People rebelled, a civil war almost started, but then she just took everyone who like spoke against her or practiced these dark arts and put them in the mountain and sealed them away.
I see.
But there's still a necromancer out there kidnapping
Is it
children, right?
possible?
Yes.
How? Is it possible anyone could have survived in the
That
mountain?
that is what I'm suspicious of. I believe the mountain needs to be investigated, but the Umavi disagrees with me.
I think it might be from up there. Actually, now that I think about it, every spot that we saw a black spot towards, where was it like kind of pointing towards? Like,
The mountain.
was it like towards the mountain?
In all the drawings, you can see the mountain in the background.
I'm also talking.
I pull out the drawing that I found upstairs.
But
Alright,
Yeah,
I grab it from Seraphine.
she has it. She has it in a pocket dimension.
Okay, Sarah.
But I'm not talking about the. I'm not talking about the black figure with thorns. I'm talking about like rots and spots, like where they're closest to the mountain. Is what I'm trying to say.
Do we have to go through every single house again?
No, no, it isn't. It's
your mic's freaking out again, Austin.
is my mic good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, the spots you've found have all been like either near a window, under a bed, or somewhere in the house, aside from that one house where you couldn't find one.
The last house? The last house? I don't remember. One of the houses we were in this session, Tassian looked out the window and the mountains were in it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
there
guys
was no
check on the
blind
other side?
spots.
Did you guys check at the other side of the house, outside the house there, though?
No.
But I think it all leads to the mountain. So, Bassett's gonna say, well, I think, I think tomorrow we should,
Confronting Melvin.
well,
I
confront the
oh
Amavi, get the,
yes.
Wait. Please don't talk about any of your plans in front of me, just in case I am put under a truth spell or something.
understand.
I don't want to get you guys caught.
I have a question.
Well, we have to go get Flannery real quick too.
Yes.
I
My God,
forgot about
Pull
I
out.
I don't have any sending spells.
I have a question.
What?
I'm sorry if you've answered this already. I'm kind of dumb.
This is why you need to take notes.
Why are you helping us?
First he says, yes, I have somewhere to go, in response to Seraphim's question. And then, to your question, he immediately responds, because my daughter is on the line. She could still be saved. She wasn't taken too long ago. And people I've known my whole life now are dying. Innocent people. So,
Do you need us to escort you to your house? After all, we offered you, your safe place. After all, we offered our protection.
You know, everybody dies eventually.
yes, but I do not want any more people to die prematurely. And no, thank you for the offer, but I should be safe on my own.
Hondo,
Yes.
I saw the Amavi like happen to like stop you and started sticking to you, and you like walked her towards the tower. Did you guys have any conversations while you were there? Because she happened to like not like what you were saying and silenced you.
We had a few chats. I learned a very valuable thing about.
And what is that thing?
Oh. That there is a considerable amount of bounty for all of us. Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
50,000 gold. Oh, could you imagine what I could buy with that?
I thought it was 50.
I thought it was 15.
That was 50.
The numbers
I mean-
escape me, but it is a considerable amount.
Anything else?
No.
I don't know if you just withholding information or you forgot, so I'm just gonna skip over it.
You spent time with the Amavi.
I did. I tried to
We'll
get
talk
onto her
about it
good
later.
side. Did not go well.
Well, I think we should probably start heading out. It is getting late, and I don't want us to get jumped on our way back to the tavern. Plus, unfortunately, I kind of want to like check the tavern to see if my friend's there. If not, well, then it's gonna be a fun encounter with Tweedledee and Tweedledum outside that door. You. I look out the window as I'm at Cassian.
He is now standing with a flame in each hand.
Can I take a look around and see if there's anyone else?
There isn't. It's just him.
It's just this poor guy.
And we should probably head out before he accidentally causes an arson. I say to the group.
Terrific idea.
Oh, please don't say sorry to me, since I'm just dealing with the consequences. Consequences.
Consequences. Are you
Of my
thirsty?
actions.
I can help you if you're thirsty. I'm joking. I didn't say that out loud.
That is true.
Okay, let's get going before your friend out there turns into a popsicle. Are you sure? Because he's like doing a little dance, making a little love with himself. And I'm pretty sure he's about to burn himself if he puts his hands on his shoulders anytime soon. It's almost like the DM didn't want two of them in the same room. Okay, cha cha.
As you leave, he just says, "Good luck. Stay safe."
I'm gonna walk off to Cassian. And as we start making our way back to the tavern, I'm gonna relay all the information to him. I don't have to like actually like say everything, do I? Or do you want me to?
No, you don't have to.
I mean, I will if you want me to.
In response, he just says, "It really will be a shame if we have to kill her, but if it comes down to it,
Uh,
uh, hmm, I will have to speak with him soon."
now, I'm just thinking out loud here, but we know for a fact that there's a necromancer running around, right? We also know for a fact that she hates necromancers. So, and again, this is me thinking out loud, why don't we try to get on her good side, help us find the necromancer, and then when we're done with her, we end her? Hmm?
I
Because
I would
Well,
say that would have been a good idea before you broke into her office and made enemies of her.
and then also further harassed her while you're making your way to the tower.
oh, I didn't harass her.
Then
I
why did
mean,
she silence you?
so she has no reasons, but I think that is still on the table. I don't see why not. Oh, maybe.
I'm checking something real quick. Oh hell yeah! Guess who could do silence?
Fuck
It's not.
you.
I'm not gonna equip it because he likes noise.
I'm just saying, we did talk. I may have mentioned something about betraying all of you. Of course, I would never do that.
Unless the price is high enough.
So, with that little seed, I think that's an option. Where I could be on her good side.
How about we just rest up for the day? I want to make sure Flannery's at the tavern, and if not, I'm gonna have to make a quick visit to the tower because I don't want her in there with the crazy bitch.
I say same.
I just want to help. I just want to help these townsfolk and the children, especially. So can we just?
Oh, of course.
Did we make it to the tavern?
Yes, you guys arrive at the tavern.
I'm gonna walk straight to our room and check to see if Flannery's there.
I should actually say, as you enter, you hear the. You've grown familiar with the songs that Flannery plays. She sits on stage on a stool and kind of plucks gently at her lute. Um, it's a very kind of mellow song. Uh, that
Uh,
thank God she has a plus 12 in performance disorder too.
She's just so distraught of what
Wow.
happened earlier.
Thank you, the other
I'm
two.
well. I'm not gonna go straight to her room now since I know she's there. I'm gonna sit as close to her as possible and just listen after I get a drink and something to eat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the
I'm
pub.
going to go upstairs and begin mixing potions.
Okay. Hondo, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm at the bar getting a little drink.
I got a steak with water.
Is there a what?
A table of contents. You
Um,
sound a little robotic, Luna.
yes, there is. Okay. It Oh God, okay. There's like the founding of Soltis. There is a content on Magic Tech. There is a below that is the Magic Tech founders, Magic Tech scientists, the growth of Magic Tech, the building of Soltis, the then it goes into like the law enforcement of Soltis, the the enforcement of Soltis, the uh a lot. Okay. I mean, I can definitely send you stuff later. Uh,
Tea.
or if there's a certain section you want to look at, I can tell you what that section is about. And the Dunamance one? Um, yes. Okay. What would be most entertaining to you? Um, not not really. Um, you could find a section on him, but it's very like non-descriptive, and it just says Ra'an's like time being headmaster of Dunaman's Academy was very peaceful, and he was a very good headmaster. Um, though he was kind of strict with the students, he never like punished them or hurt them in any way. Um, he was a very good teacher. Okay.
Can I take a short rest?
Yes, you
You
can.
could probably
You
take a long rest at
you
this
can take a
point.
long rest if you want to sleep through the night.
I'll take a short rest.
Okay. All right. Flannery kind of finishes up her performance, does a little bow, and exits the stage.
I give a clap as I walk up towards her.
Ah,
If you enjoyed the performance, make sure you show her gratitude by giving half your living wages.
no, no one moves, but some people laugh.
Um,
Are you doing okay, Pink?
Um, Today was a very eventful day.
Tell me about it. We learned a lot of information, which I'll tell you upstairs. And you're not gonna like a lot of what we're gonna say.
Oh dear.
But before that, how about I buy you a drink real quick?
Um, I've actually had quite a few already. So we can just go upstairs.
Okay. Come on, girl.
As she
I just,
passes by, she grabs Hondo and drags him upstairs
No,
as well.
on my way, on my way. I'm going, I'm going.
I
Damn.
just imagine like you already drank this morning, grabs him by the hair. Okay. We head upstairs.
You enter into your the same room you guys have been staying in. You can kind of smell now as you enter the room that kind of stench, but it's not like overbearing. It's just like if you're looking for it, you can smell
I'm just gonna take a quick glance to see if it grew any bigger, making sure I don't touch anything of the rot.
it. It doesn't look any bigger, but it does look more wet.
Nice.
Lovely. I set the cloth back down, the pillowcase back down. That has the dagger to weigh it down. And then I recap to Flannery everything we learned about like how the Amavi is causing all these rotten spots, how she's doing it, that we have suspicions that the children are being taken to the mountains, that there's a door, what the townspeople did 50 years ago, so on and so forth.
So, when we kill her, we are killing her, right?
I want to use her. Let me
You
kill
know,
her.
Flannery, you know how much I usually don't condone violence, but on this occasion, I might want to rip a vein or two out of her.
Yeah, I was going to say when we do kill her, because we are going to kill her, obviously. We need to make it like really painful, and it needs to last a long time.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm
I usually don't
awful.
use I usually don't use this, but you do know I can secrete acid.
I'm awful fine in torturing people, but let's maybe tone it down a tad bit.
She's killing her own people, and the years ago she did the same exact thing, except probably a lot more.
Yes, but if we keep, we should kill her. But think of who would want her. Think of the profit we can make off of this one. The white
Think about the
authorities.
profit that you could just steer off her dead body and in her tower.
Mm, still,
It's easier to make a profit off a dead body, isn't it?
it depends.
Because if you keep her alive, then you have to keep her sustainable. If you keep her sustainable, she's known to be a powerful magic user.
I didn't
So,
say I should keep her alive. We should keep her alive to sell her off, and then it would be out of our problems, out of our hands, someone else's
and
problem.
then she comes back to haunt us.
And then we
So
do it
how?
all again and get more profit. Can't you see?
I just want, Flannery. I'm sorry what's about to come out of my mouth. I just want to rip her jugular out and slowly just choke her to death with it. Sorry, I don't usually get that violent. I'm sorry, Flan. Pink.
We should take her to the mountain and lock her inside.
Starvation. Let's make sure we take all those resources out so she can't do what whoever's in there is doing. I honestly think that whoever's in the mountains probably stealing the kids as a mean of survival, to be honest. Probably draining something from them to feed their life source because there's nothing else in the mountain to feed their life source anymore.
Oh, you know what? That makes so much sense.
And then kids are easier to manipulate than mature drows. I didn't want to say that in front of the guy we got most of the information from, but you never know. But for now, I think we should rest up because we're gonna have a long day tomorrow.